Let's pick things up there for tonight's Political Insider. Joining me, Abby Phillip, reporter for The Washington Post. Another fiery Republican presidential debate is in the books. And Abby, if you had to pick one clear winner, who would it be?
I think the winner is clearly Marco Rubio, who I think by far, by a pretty good margin, had the strongest night. And the biggest reason is that he came into the debate at a little bit of a disadvantage, and he ended up sort of besting all of his opponents and even besting some of the moderators. I
think you're right. When people set their expectations low on somebody like Marco Rubio, from other complaints that people say, oh, he looks too young, too wet behind the ears, to the Republican response to the State of the Union a while back where he reached for the water bottle. When you have lowered expectations, then he does what he did last night and he shines, and people, I think you're right, people did pick him as the winner. What about the others? Were there any other breakout performances, Abby?
Well, I think that Ted Cruz had his own moment, largely by virtue of going after the system, and I think less so about any policy provisions that he had to say. I think Donald Trump did fine. He probably didn't do as well as he has in previous debates, but I think that he came across looking steady, that he hadn't really lost much. He's second in some of these polls, and I think people were concerned that he might overcompensate. But I think that he had a pretty steady performance, and for him, that's a win.
I'm going to circle back to Ted Cruz in just a second, but in the meantime, explain why you've said Jeb Bush was a clear loser in all of this.
Well, Jeb Bush has been dealing with rumors swirling around his campaign that they're having really significant money troubles, that donors are starting to get nervous, and even more fundamentally, that as a candidate, Jeb Bush is not ready for prime time, that he seems lackluster on the campaign trail. And what you saw at the debate last night was that he went after Marco Rubio, his one-time protege, and he lost that fight. He seemed unprepared for Marco Rubio coming back at him.
Do you think that Bush sealed his fate last night? Because you mentioned, and I was going to say too, he said that he was cutting back funds, he was trying to save money on the campaign, although he's got tons of money that he's yet to spend. But did he really kind of seal his fate last night?
It's unclear. I mean, his campaign is really saying right now, we're not done yet, we're not dead yet. He has an opportunity to really come back on the campaign trail with voters, but he has to really reassure his donor base and his supporters that he's in it to actually win it. That's something that's not going to necessarily happen on the debate stage, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
While the candidates didn't see eye to eye on everything, they did rail against mainstream media.
This is not a cage match. And you look at the questions. Donald Trump, are you a comic book villain? Ben Carson, can you do math? John Kasich, will you insult two people over here? Marco Rubio, why don't you resign? Jeb Bush, why have your numbers fallen? How about talking about the substantive issues people care about?
All right, Abby, as you were talking about, Ted Cruz's comments got huge applause. Even the head of the Republican National Committee said CNBC should be ashamed of the debate. What did you make of all this?
Well, the easiest thing to do, particularly in front of a Republican audience, is go after the media, particularly particularly when you're talking about moderating a debate. And that was definitely Ted Cruz's biggest moment. It actually made him seem like a unifier, which is important because Ted Cruz is probably one of the people on the stage who has the biggest problem with getting along with his colleagues. And so I think it actually gave him a little bit of a sort of leader of the pack moment, and that really helped. Everybody else sort of followed suit. You saw a lot of attacks on the media, both during the debate and the morning after.
Now let's talk about leaders and followers. After the last debate, Carly Fiorina got a huge boost in poll numbers, but lost momentum. Do you think we'll see any major shifts in the numbers this go around?
I think that Carly Fiorina did not have the strong debate performance that she probably needed to rebound in the polls. So it's going to have to happen on the campaign trail in individual states. I think her organization, her campaign organization, really needs to step up. But we didn't have a really breakout moment from her. She did fine. I think she always typically does fine on a debate stage, but she didn't stand out this time.
Abby, any other takeaways from last night?
Well, I think that we're going to be looking to see what happens with Marco Rubio. Will he be able to take advantage of the buzz from his debate performance? That's what really matters now. Who can take advantage of whatever bounce they get and who can keep it?
It's always good to get your insight. Abby Phillip, reporter for The Washington Post. Thanks, Abby.
Thank you.